Dinar shift. The financial landscape is currently experiencing a monumental, yet subtle, transformation that could profoundly impact the value of the Iraqi dinar or IQD. For years, the major financial institutions in the United States, including giants like Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America, have maintained a consistent posture of non-recognition regarding this specific currency. They rarely listed it, their systems often failed to acknowledge its ISA code, and customer inquiries about it were typically met with standardized statements of refusal or dismissiveness. This entrenched reality, however, appears to be shifting dramatically, a change that suggests a significant preparatory action is taking place behind the scenes within the U.S. banking infrastructure itself. This quiet but widespread system update points toward an unprecedented move to integrate the Iraqi dinar, indicating that the long-anticipated process of revaluation may be moving into a crucial stage of execution. Two recent reports and compelling photographic evidence are circulating across various financial commentary platforms, showing the undeniable presence of the Iraqi dinar, identified by its universally recognized currency code IQD, within the foreign exchange screens of several large U.S. banks. This is not isolated to one specific branch or a single minor institution, rather, it is being observed across a multitude of major entities, signifying a coordinated infrastructural change at a national level. The significance of this cannot be overstated. When customers approach bank tellers with inquiries, they are no longer being rebuffed. Instead, they are receiving simple affirmative confirmations: yes, it is now showing in our system. This level of cross-institution acknowledgement represents a dramatic departure from the long-standing industry practice and is a powerful indicator of readiness within the internal banking networks. The inclusion of a previously unlisted or dormant currency into the core operational systems of U.S. banks is far from a trivial undertaking. These decisions are not made spontaneously by local branch managers. They necessitate high-level regulatory authorization, meticulous coordination with international financial entities, and the integration of precise, up-to-the-minute rate data sourced from authoritative platforms, such as the U.S. Treasury Department, the SWIFT network, or other established global exchange mechanisms. The current visibility of the IQD in these critical internal databases therefore strongly implies that Iraq's currency is undergoing formal preparation for broader international acceptance and operational recognition on a scale not previously observed. It is a key piece of technical evidence suggesting official movement towards a global financial stage. Internal banking technology platforms are complex mission-critical systems that require careful and methodical programming, rigorous testing, and phased deployment. They are systematically updated and configured to ensure absolute accuracy in exchange rate calculations and conversion processes before any major global currency shift, such as a revaluation, can officially take effect. The fact that the Iraqi dinar is now appearing in these systems suggests that U.S. banks are dedicating resources to program and test the necessary mechanisms required to handle the IQD in a fully functional, transactional capacity. The timing aligns with ongoing global efforts to standardize and modernize international banking procedures, suggesting a concerted effort to ensure smooth and error-free operation when the next phase of the currency's financial status is activated. This technical preparation on the part of major U.S. financial institutions is occurring concurrently with a major international compliance milestone achieved by Iraq. The country's central bank recently secured international certification, a confirmation of its full adherence and compliance with stringent global banking standards. This certification signifies a successful overhaul and modernization of Iraq's internal financial architecture, a definitive move towards stabilizing its currency, and a comprehensive alignment with the established protocols of the world's financial markets. Such an achievement positions the Iraqi economy for far deeper integration into the global trading system, marking it as a credible partner ready to participate on an equal footing with other nations. The simultaneous occurrence of this rigorous international certification by the Central Bank of Iraq and the sudden, coordinated system updates within major U.S. banking entities is unlikely to be mere chance. Instead, it suggests a strategic and organized sequence of events. The logical progression for a currency to achieve a new international status involves first achieving compliance with global standards, followed by its recognition and integration into the operational systems of major foreign banks, and finally, the active preparation by those banks to transact and manage the currency. The current visible activity is a tangible manifestation of the second and third steps in this crucial sequence, demonstrating high-level coordination between international bodies and leading financial institutions. For an extended period, the nation of Iraq has been engaged in a meticulous, often unseen effort to reform and modernize its entire financial sector. This comprehensive preparation has included significant actions such as strategic restructuring of its national currency reserves, the implementation of robust international anti-corruption standards, and the establishment of functional linkages with crucial global financial networks. Each step in this deliberate process has been carefully calibrated to build confidence and stability in the nation's currency and economy. This invisible groundwork, performed over months and years, is precisely why the recent, visible updates in foreign bank systems are considered so profoundly indicative of impending change. The appearance of any country's currency within the internal operations of prominent foreign banks is a reflection of months of behind-the-scenes preparation, intricate inter-country coordination, and necessary regulatory approvals. It communicates to the broader global financial community that the currency in question is ready for engagement at a higher, more active operational level. This tangible evidence of technical readiness goes beyond mere conjecture. It suggests that major financial developments concerning the currency may be on the immediate horizon. It moves the discussion from hypothetical possibilities to visible, actionable infrastructure updates. To fully appreciate the scope of this development, it is essential to consider the operational demands of international banking. When a currency is slated for revaluation or for activation into global exchange markets, the world's banking sector must be in complete synchronization. The process requires much more than simply activating a new exchange rate. It demands that all internal back-end networks be thoroughly reconfigured, conversion mechanisms be set to handle new rates with precision, and all customer-facing systems be updated. This ensures that when the revaluation is announced, the global exchange process is free of system-wide failures, technical errors, or unnecessary delays in transaction handling. The explicit presence of the IQD code in the systems of these major U.S. financial institutions indicates that these essential preparatory steps are already well underway, if not substantially completed. For those who hold the Iraqi dinar, this is a significant operational development because it clearly signals that the necessary technical infrastructure required to facilitate potential future exchanges is being actively and methodically implemented. It transforms the waiting game into a period of tangible movement, suggesting that the functional environment for a major currency shift is being constructed right now. Adding to the complexity of the current situation are reports suggesting that internal training sessions for bank personnel are either beginning or have already been conducted. These briefings are reportedly focused on preparing employees for managing foreign currencies that were previously not listed or actively traded within their systems. In certain branches, staff are being instructed to prepare for a coming wave of updates to international currency listings. This internal readiness is an undeniable sign that management anticipates a significant future event. Banks do not invest substantial time and human resources into large-scale training unless compelled by a directive from authoritative governmental or regulatory entities. The fact that 3 of the largest U.S. financial entities, Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America, are simultaneously engaged in system updates and staff preparation points to a nationally or even globally coordinated effort. This strategic convergence of readiness across such influential institutions serves as a strong prelude to a financial event of major consequence. It suggests that these key players are acting on advanced knowledge and are positioning themselves to manage the expected surge in transactions and exchanges once a major currency status change is officially implemented. A logical breakdown of the process for viewers highlights the necessary sequence of events. When a sovereign nation, such as Iraq, plans a significant currency change, international financial centers and banks are alerted through secure, official channels with ample lead time. This advance notification is critical to ensure that all global systems can simultaneously update to reflect the new official rates. The system changes now observed in major U.S. banks are entirely consistent with this standard operational procedure, acting as the domestic frontline for what will become an international exchange event. These banks will be responsible for handling the practical execution of international currency exchange, which includes processing conversions and managing physical note redemptions once the change in the dinar's status is formalized. If their core systems are being actively updated and their staff are undergoing specific, targeted training, the activity is moving beyond the realm of speculation. It becomes tangible evidence of organized preparation for an economic event that carries major financial significance on a global scale, affecting not just individual holders but international finance flows. The infrastructure updates represent just one facet of a broader, carefully executed strategy. The Central Bank of Iraq has been working in close cooperation with U.S. financial regulators and international financial authorities to strengthen its economy and stabilize the dinar internally. This extensive effort involves key measures like fortifying currency reserves, ensuring adequate liquidity, and rigorously building international financial trust. Such significant actions are continually monitored by powerful international bodies, including the International Monetary Fund's IMF, the World Bank, and key global treasury representatives. The current visibility of the dinar within major U.S. banking systems serves as an unmistakable signal that these coordinated, high-level international efforts have progressed to a critical stage. The diligent work behind the scenes is now yielding visible, tangible results in the operational fabric of global finance. The foundational pieces are now falling into their designated places, suggesting that the long and complex strategic sequence, from comprehensive preparation to the eventual execution of a major currency change, is nearing completion. The sheer significance of this visible banking movement cannot be emphasized enough. When powerful financial institutions begin to actively incorporate a currency that was previously dormant or excluded from their operational site, it is widely considered one of the clearest and most definitive indicators that a major revaluation or activation event may be imminent. This is no longer simply an abstract rumor or unverified speculation, it is verifiable, physical movement occurring deep within the world's most influential financial entities. For those who have maintained a holding of the Iraqi dinar for an extended period, these internal preparations offer what could be the first concrete, a factual confirmation that the many years of waiting and monitoring are approaching a meaningful conclusion. while the broader public may not be privy to immediate, official announcements from sovereign nations or central banks. The proactive internal steps being taken right now by global banks are speaking volumes and setting the stage for what is to come in the financial market. 2. Once the dinar is officially designated as actively tradable and exchangeable within U.S. banks, the logistical process for holders will likely involve a structured methodology. Banks are expected to implement protocols for exchanging physical notes for U.S. dollars at an established, official exchange rate. To manage the potentially large volumes of transactions and ensure security, banks may utilize private appointment systems or designate specific, highly secure branches to handle these exchanges, particularly for large holdings. This structured, methodical approach to exchange is paramount for preventing chaos and managing the flow of currency during the initial revaluation phase. It is designed to ensure that the entire process is conducted in an orderly, fully transparent, and efficient manner for all participants. It is crucial to manage expectations. An immediate, exponential surge in rates is not a guaranteed outcome. The initial operational priority for banks is always functionality, ensuring the safe, predictable, and secure processing, conversion, and exchange of the currency. To the very fact that major banks are making these active, deep-seated preparations clearly demonstrates that this potential moment of revaluation is being treated with the utmost seriousness and diligence at the highest regulatory and executive levels of global finance. For dedicated, long-term holders of the Iraqi dinar, this operational movement is perhaps the most crucial and validating development to emerge in the currency's modern history, transitioning it from a peripheral investment to an actively managed financial asset. Moving forward, there are several key, verifiable indicators that viewers should monitor closely for confirmation of the transition from preparation to execution. Primary signals will include any official pronouncements made by the Central Bank of Iraq or the Iraqi government concerning international banking integration or currency rate updates. Additionally, any visible shifts in the foreign currency rates published on global trading platforms such as the Forex market or other established exchange aggregators will provide significant real-time clues. Equally important will be the emergence of any further screenshots or verified confirmations from legitimate, official bank sources showing the IQD currency code paired with active, live rate information. These specific markers will serve as essential, definitive proof that the critical transition from internal system preparation to full, external operational readiness is actively underway and may soon be completed. The focus must be on verified, tangible data, not conjecture. There will always be skepticism, with some arguing that these reports merely echo past, unfulfilled rumors. However, the current situation differs fundamentally because the changes are not based on hearsay, they are visible in the actual, functional banking systems of the world's major financial institutions. Banks do not implement the complex activation of dormant foreign currency codes for speculative reasons, they only do so when there is a clear, compelling regulatory or operational necessity that requires it. To the current confluence of factors, the Iraqi central bank's confirmed international certification, the deeply embedded system updates at major U.S. banks, and the documented reports of internal staff training, constitutes a body of evidence suggesting that a large-scale, coordinated currency revaluation may be close at hand. This is a powerful synchronized movement that reinforces the notion that the final, critical steps are being taken in a long and carefully orchestrated plan that has been years in the making. The nation of Iraq has invested years into aligning its financial policies with international norms, rebuilding its financial infrastructure, and stabilizing its national currency. The current appearance of the dinar in U.S. bank systems is a direct and visible consequence of that extensive strategic effort. Every regulatory approval, every internal banking upgrade, and every international readiness step appears to be converging precisely at this moment, signaling a rare financial turning point for the currency. For those holding the dinar, the most critical action now is to maintain a state of calm, highly organized preparation. It is crucial to resist the urge to act impulsively. The focus should be on securing, documenting, and organizing all existing currency notes, keeping receipts and purchase records readily available for potential future transactions. Preparation is key to acting responsibly and efficiently when the official moment of revaluation is announced. The coming days and weeks could prove to be pivotal as major financial institutions finalize their technical updates and ensure their systems are fully prepared to handle the expected volume of transactions. We may be observing the final prelude to a financial event that has been decades in development and anticipation. Now is the time to intensify monitoring of all verifiable developments, maintain patience, and finalize personal logistical preparations. While the world awaits official confirmation, it is essential to appreciate the broader economic implications. A successful revaluation of the dinar would impact far more than just individual holders. It would fundamentally influence regional economic stability, international trade patterns, and overall global banking practices. It represents a significant step toward the full and secure reintegration of Iraq's currency into the highly interconnected global marketplace. The infrastructure is being meticulously finalized, and the operational signals emanating from major financial centers are unmistakable. Remember, these visible updates are not based on mere speculation, they are tangible, operational steps being executed by the institutions themselves. The banks involved are dedicating resources to staff preparation, updating complex electronic systems, and ensuring complete compliance with all relevant international financial regulations. These extensive preparations are the essential groundwork for a successful and smooth transition. Once the dinar is officially reactivated for active international trade, these operational steps will ensure an orderly and efficient process for all note holders and the financial institutions facilitating the exchange. The diligent planning currently underway is absolutely critical to the eventual, successful outcome of the anticipated revaluation. In conclusion, the verifiable appearance of the Iraqi dinar within the core operational systems of major U.S. banks is an unprecedented and powerful indicator. It signals that years of preparatory work and international coordination are culminating at a single point. Major financial institutions have readied their technical infrastructure, Iraq has secured necessary global certifications, and the logistical groundwork for a coordinated currency status change is clearly in motion. For dinar holders, this is a clear alert to be patient, organized, and fully prepared, as the long journey toward a resolution may finally be nearing its end. Stay vigilant, as Dinar Shift will continue to bring you real-time, confirmed developments as this historic financial story progresses.